again, coming back to, we spoke about the richness of Portugal. I saw a post the other day where someone published a question on some Facebook group and said, is Portugal a rich country? And when you put these things into perspective, and now we go back and talk about, the childhood that you had and the things that we have at our disposal here that are for free. I was walking the other day at Santa Maria Hospital. I was coming back from a consultation, and there's this like water dispenser in the middle of the road, just on the outside, where you can just take your bottle, fill it up. This costs nothing. And then now talking to you, I'm thinking, what would somebody give, in Africa or in one of these places to just have that in their town, on their doorstep? And so, I think when people say, is Portugal a rich country? I'm like, hell yes, it is. For so many reasons, it is a rich country.
I 100% agree. I think and that's also the reason why sometimes people say, okay, but there's dry periods, there's water scarcity in Portugal. Yes, there is. We need to be completely aware of it.
Yeah.
But the truth is still, to this day in Portugal, the poorest of the poorest of the poorest, they will not lack access to clean water ever. They will never have to know what it's like to work for now. Obviously, in the future, if we don't take care of our resources, then we will probably most likely be in the same situation as these countries. But right now, the poorest of the poorest in Portugal don't know what it's like to walk 6-8 hours to get to water that will then make you sick, but you also need it. And it's a bit of a gambling game in a way. And
Amazing.
Portugal, we have that. We have the basic, we have security, we have safety. Of course, we have our issues. I mean, our government fell 2 days ago. So
that's right.
That's not more Portugal than I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going for the third or fourth election in 5 years. That's Portugal. But in terms of what makes Portugal, and the people and the place itself, taking what we're doing with it, just the place and the people, it's what richness is like in my eyes, and it's what I see when I say that I want to be rich, is to be able to continue to have this sort of life.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a government at the moment, but I mean, what? And the funny thing here, though, is when you see it on the news, it's kind of shocking, and then every Portuguese person that I speak to are like, oh, well, this happened just the other day, so we just roll with it and it'll sort itself out. It's quite funny how people react to these things. But I mean, what makes you proud of your country, Constanza?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's that Portuguese people have the ability to keep traditions alive without being stuck in the past. And you see that a lot with father, you see that with history. It's the fact that you can be in Alentejo or be in the West or be in the middle of Portugal, doesn't need to be in the big cities, and you eat better in a random roadside tasca than in half of Europe's fancy restaurants, and you have an amazing meal for 15 euros wherever you are in the country. It's a country that people visit, and somehow I feel like there's a part of them that never really leaves, because I think once you get it, and you get this magic, and you don't want this magic to leave.
Yeah, or literally like me, they don't actually leave, they just stay. So